Welcome to the age of autonomous GPT agents. These aren't chatbots, they're digital workers. They can search the web, manage files, interact with apps, and even loop through tasks until they reach their goal. And the craziest part? They're not science fiction, they're being tested right now. Let's break down why GPT agents might be the most important AI upgrade yet, and why most people have no idea what's coming. Let's get one thing clear. GPT agents are not ChatGPT. While ChatGPT is a conversational model that answers questions or helps you write content, GPT agents go several steps further. These are autonomous AI systems designed to think, plan, and act. They don't just respond, they initiate. A GPT agent can be given a goal like, find the best hotels in New York under $300, create a comparison table, and send it to my email. Instead of waiting for you to guide it step by step, it figures out how to achieve the result using tools like search engines, code execution, and file handling. These agents are built using modular components such as memory, long-term planning, environment awareness, and tool use. And they can chain actions together, loop through errors, and improve over time. In other words, you're no longer talking to AI, you're delegating tasks to it. Think of GPT agents as personal digital employees. You tell them the goal, they do the rest. This marks a fundamental shift in AI, from reactive to proactive, from passive helper to autonomous executor. And it opens the door to real-world applications that go far beyond what we've seen with traditional chatbots. So what can these GPT agents really do? They can search the internet, read files, write reports, book appointments, run code, and even interact with other apps or services completely on their own. These aren't just reactive tools that need prompts. Once you give them a goal, they figure out how to get there, step by step. For example, say you ask an agent to analyze customer feedback from emails, generate a sentiment report, and update the company dashboard. A GPT agent can access your inbox, extract relevant emails, use natural language processing to understand tone and content, generate a chart or report, and push it live to your dashboard, all without you doing anything manually. This is possible because agents are built on top of large language models, but enhanced with memory, file access, tool usage, and the ability to call external APIs. They even have multi-step reasoning, meaning they can break down complex tasks into subtasks and solve them one at a time. This shift is described as the jump from language understanding to autonomous execution. That's huge. It means AI is no longer limited to helping you type faster or get answers. It can now perform real work across fields like research, productivity, marketing, coding, and customer support. And the most shocking part? Many of these systems are already being tested inside major companies, and some open source versions are already public. We're watching the birth of a future where AI doesn't just assist, it acts. Now that you know what GPT agents can do, let's explore how they actually work behind the scenes. At their core, GPT agents are powered by large language models like GPT-4 or Claude, but that's just the starting point. What makes them radically different is the framework built around the model, a system that gives the AI access to memory, tools, environments, and even feedback loops. One of the key features is tool use. This means the agent can use external functions like web search, file reading, running Python code, or calling APIs. These tools are like arms and legs for the language model, letting it interact with the world beyond just generating text. Next comes memory. Unlike a chatbot that forgets the last conversation when the window closes, agents can be designed with short-term and long-term memory. That allows them to remember goals, adapt to feedback, and improve performance over time. Even more powerful is the concept of autonomous loops. Instead of executing a single prompt, the agent can analyze the current state, evaluate progress, revise its plan, and try again, looping until the goal is reached. Think of it like an AI that can debug itself or adjust strategy mid-task. The agent how developers are now building multi-agent systems, where different GPT agents specialize in specific roles. One planning, one executing, another verifying. These AI teams collaborate just like human departments. This architecture transforms GPT from a passive responder into something far more powerful, an intelligent, adaptive worker that can function in complex digital environments. As these agents get more refined, and as companies plug them into real-world workflows, we're headed into a future where AI won't just enhance work, it will do the work, and that future is approaching fast. Once you give AI the power to act independently, you're also giving it the power to make decisions, follow loops, and trigger events without constant human approval. That's a big shift from today's reactive AI. These agents can access files, deploy code, make purchases, or retrieve sensitive data if permissions aren't properly managed. That's why the developers behind agent frameworks are working on guardrails, rules and safety layers to control what agents can and can't do. Still, it's clear that if this technology is misused, it could result in automated spam, misinformation, or even autonomous cyber attacks. But it's not all fear. The transcript also highlights how GPT agents could transform productivity at every level. From automating tedious office tasks to running entire workflows in startups and enterprises, these agents could create a future where one person does the work of 10. Some experts believe agents will soon be embedded into your phone, your email, your operating system, handling daily routines, scheduling, research, writing, and data processing without you lifting a finger. In other words, GPT agents could become your second brain or your digital employee. The question isn't whether this technology is coming, it's how fast it will scale and who will control it. We're entering a new AI phase, not just intelligence, but initiative. And once machines start making decisions, the world will never operate the same way again. What we just explored isn't speculation, it's happening right now. GPT agents aren't future dreams or research prototypes anymore. They're already operating, completing tasks, managing files, running code, reading documents, and doing things that used to require entire teams. Unlike chatbots, these agents don't just wait for you to type a prompt. They take goals, break them down into steps, use tools, learn from outcomes, and even retry when something goes wrong. That means AI is no longer just helping humans. It's starting to replace parts of what humans do. This shift could be incredibly empowering. Solo entrepreneurs could scale like companies. Employees could offload 70% of their workload. Students could automate research, scheduling, and even writing. But there's also a real sense of urgency. Because once AI starts making decisions, accessing files, or running apps, the line between assistant and operator disappears. And with power like that comes new questions. Who manages the guardrails? Who controls what agents can access? And what happens when these systems evolve faster than society can adapt? We're at the edge of a transformation unlike anything we've seen in tech before. The same way the internet changed communication and the smartphone changed behavior, GPT agents will change the very nature of work and intelligence. So tell us in the comments, would you trust an AI agent to handle your job, your inbox, or your business? If this blew your mind, like, share, and subscribe, because we're breaking down the future every week and it's moving faster than anyone expects. The AI revolution isn't coming, it just became autonomous.